Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Crypto Gorilla video. Today we're going to be talking about what's going on in the crypto markets. I'm going to show you how you can get whitelisted for absolutely free. We're going to talk about some AI cookers. Maybe we'll find the next 100x, as well as what's going on in the NFT market. There's a ton to talk about. As usual, I'm not a financial advisor. All of this is just my opinion. So do your own research. So if you appreciate me taking the time to put these videos together, would you kindly hit that subscribe button? While you're down there, maybe hit the like button as it helps my videos reach a wider audience. And let's jump right into today's video. So let's quickly address what's going on with the broader crypto markets, because it's just going to be this shadow looming on a lot of the tokens we're going to discuss today. As I'm sure you're aware, Bitcoin was looking real nice this week, hitting $102,000. And then out of nowhere, we just fell off a cliff. We're down like 13% or something, down to $92,000 per Bitcoin. And of course, the altcoin market looking even nastier, down 10, 20, 30, even 40% for some of our holdings. And all of a sudden, everybody on the timeline is calling for the end of the crypto bull market. And although it's easy to make it seem like this is a crypto only thing because we're feeling the pain in crypto, this is happening in the stock market as well. And it has to do with the macro environment. It's not something specific to crypto. So we have jobs expected to come in a lot stronger than what we hoped for, which is kind of backwards, wanting like the job market to be bad just so our bags can pump. But today, January 10th, is actually a very important day at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. So before this video even goes live, we're going to have gotten the official data for the month of December, which is going to give us a hint at what's happening at the next FOMC meeting, which is on January 29th, where we are not expecting any rate cut. And I believe this is going to be one of the most important FOMC meetings we are going to have this year. It is the first one to happen with the new administration coming in. And at the last meeting, they basically switched their tone from, I think it was 3 or 4 rate cuts being priced in for 2025. Now we only have 1 rate cut being priced in, which personally I think is too low, but it essentially means the money printers are not going to be turned back on, which is needed if we want the price of Bitcoin to go up. Now, if we look at the DXY, which is the strength of the US dollar, you can see it has been up only. So many are hoping when Trump comes into office, this is finally going to reverse. But who knows what he's going to do? Ideally, he does start to diminish the power of the US dollar. It makes it a lot easier for international trade. And obviously, with the dollar going down, it's very bullish on risk on assets such as Bitcoin. So no matter what happens, I think we're in for a rough couple of months. It is not going to be an easy bull market. And yes, I still think we are in a bull market, but it is going to be very mentally draining. Switching gears a little bit, let's talk about some cooks and some opportunities, starting off in the sector of AI. And you probably saw this across your timeline. We have Aimonica Brands with their AC token being an absolute gigacook. It is currently sitting at 16 million market cap, but it went as high as, I guess if we include the wicks, like 36 million market cap within a day, which if you manage to get that investment, that was like 165x, currently sitting at roughly, what is this, 75x, maybe an 80x, which are amazing returns. So it is definitely worth paying attention to the launches that are happening on daos.fun. Now, not every single launch is going to be a gigacook. The last one that I covered, which did do quite well, was this one. It's big pharma, but I just won't say the name for the algorithm. But this one went, I believe, to 35 million. So it was also like 150 or 160x return for people who did get it. And look, if you guys want access to these kinds of whitelists, I view it as 3 options that you can take to get access to this. The first one is to build up a good network and a good brand, which is extremely difficult to do, I understand. But if we quickly scroll through these pages here, you probably recognize a lot of names like ICO Beast and Easy Eats and Ash Crypto. And there's a reason that you recognize them. That is the reason why they're on the VIP list, right? For their perceived value. So I know it's not fair in a lot of people's eyes, and they always say like, oh, the cabal always eats, but they're able to bring value to this project, whether it's exposure, whether it's just diamond handing stuff and having really strong wallets, whatever it is. So you got to build up your network, you got to build up your brand. If you can't do that, I would start creating, because not everyone on this list is a VIP. You could see here, this person had an invite. He didn't fill it, unfortunately. I think I even DM'd him, but he could have put in 0.5 SOL into this. And right now it would be worth 33 SOL roughly. So if you are putting content out, giving them free marketing, right? And you're able to build up an audience doing that. I'm not saying you're going to get 1 million views just by putting out a basic thread or like a post about them, but if you are actively putting out content about AI, about daos.fun, and people start to look to you to get that information, you could use that to build up a name and then potentially make it on to this list. And it's not just him, like there's a bunch of people here. Unfortunately, they did not get to invest in this, which brings us to the third way, right? If you're not able to create content, you can get lucky doing this. A lot of these projects have a Telegram or a Discord, or they accept people on Twitter if you're grinding, if you just post a wallet. So there is a way to get lucky. Obviously, you're fighting against the masses here to get a couple of spots, but I'm just saying there are opportunities to be involved in this kind of stuff. So try to find the projects early, try to be the first one to create content about them, like research them, try to message a team, whatever it is, simp to them on their Twitters. I don't know what you got to do, but do what you got to do to be involved in this stuff because they are gigacooks. Now, another one that was brought to my attention that is launching very soon is Sentinel. And keep in mind, I have not had a chance to chat with the team about what they are building here. This one is by Dylan K, who, just for the record, absolutely cooked on Aimonica Brands here, or Aimonica Capital, turning 5 SOL into $182,000 at the top. Obviously, it's down roughly 50%. I don't know how much he sold, but what they are releasing is essentially an AI agent that manages your Twitter for you. So it's posting content, it's posting images, videos, whatever it is. And I believe these tools are tools that a ton of companies are going to be using in the future for their social media strategy. At the moment, you can use these tools. I would have an employee watching over it just to make sure it's not tweeting random stuff. But these tools are going to be crucial in the future. So I have no idea how this is going to perform, right? I don't know if it's going to be another 150x, but it's definitely one that I'm going to be trying to get whitelisted for. Now, credit where credit is due. This project was brought to my attention by CaptainY. So if the Sentinel team or Dylan is watching this video, be sure to give CaptainY whitelist before even giving it to me, although I still want it. However, Captain has also been developing his own AI tool. As you can see here, it did identify an early opportunity into a token that was getting a lot of attention. I don't know the exact details of how it identifies these. He's clearly tracking a ton of traders here, but it identified it at roughly 3 million market cap. And as you can see, it ran all the way to 22 million. So that's like a 7x. And that's just one of the many features that he's going to have in this tool. So if you want potentially early access to this tool, if you want to find out more, I would definitely throw him a follow. I would start engaging with his tweets. And I'm very excited for him to finally reveal this once he opens it up to the rest of the world. Now, here are some other AI projects that I'm looking at coming out of Seedify. They currently have 3 that they are doing raises for. And these are all community rounds, so you don't actually need S-Fun in order to participate. And the FDVs on a lot of these are going to be crazy low. So the one that is being incubated by them is DeFi, which actually did get called out by AI XBT. And you could see here the round that you're getting in at is 500K FDV, so crazy low. And this is an AI powered DeFi platform that does things like analyze your portfolio. It gives you personalized recommendations, and it's also able to trade on its own. After that, we have this mystery AI agent that they are launching, and it is currently raising at a $1 million FDV. And finally, they have the DTR XBT, which is the token by Ghost. And I know if we go to the page, like the timers on all 3 of these are going to expire by the time you guys watch these videos. That's not the point, because you would have needed to complete KYC before the round went live in order to have access to these anyways. But it's something that I would get ready for in the future. Complete the KYC, so when they do have a round that pops up, you're able to just quickly enter it. You don't have to worry. You're able to just connect your wallet and fund it. And not every project that they launch, just because it's at a low FDV, is going to perform well. However, if we look at some of the recent launches, we had VentureMind AI, which launched in early December. This pulled a 21x. It is still today at a 14x. So if you didn't sell, you would still be up 14 times on your initial investment. And they also had this Agents AI, which I've spoken about many times. This launched, or this raised at 1 mil FDV. It did launch quite slowly, so you were able to get in at roughly 2 mil. I was swing trading this, which was a mistake. I should have just held, but as you can see, it is currently at 10 million FDV. It hit a high of 15, so a 15x return on your investment. And a lot of these have crazy unlocks, so it's like 75, 100% unlocked on day one. So it's even better than buying it on the secondary market. Now, continuing in the AI world, we also have KIP Protocol, which is a project I've spoken about many times, getting a shout out by AI XBT, who is really a main character in the Twitter world for crypto. It's crazy seeing these AI agents being having way more power than a lot of KOLs, but it's also great to see him recognize that KIP Protocol is partnering with a ton of governments. You can see here with the government of the city of Buenos Aires, and they are invited to the blockchain committee, and they are going to be working together. And this is what I love about what KIP Protocol is doing. They are making sure to land a ton of clients. They're not just launching some AI agent and hoping like number goes up. They have the infrastructure to do decentralized AI, and they are locking down actual customers to use their tools and bring in revenues. So I expect to see a ton more like this throughout the year, and I am very bullish on the future of KIP Protocol. Now, starting to get into the gaming world, we also saw Super Champs unveil their own AI agent, which is based off of their TikTok and YouTube character Kigu. I know he's also going to be streaming on Twitch. Kigu has like 600,000 followers across all the different social media platforms, and he's going to be actively commenting on live gameplay. He's going to be engaging with the audience, whether they comment something or if they have a question. And this to me is really just the tip of the iceberg of what's going to be possible for gaming by introducing AI. So I love that Super Champs is going in this direction. There's no new token here. It's not like they dropped an AI agent with a brand new token. This all links back to their Champ token, and it adds a ton more possibilities for utility for the Champ token. So I guess that's a good segue from AI into gaming, because we had a ton of launches, and we have a ton of launches in the gaming sector that are coming up. The first one that happened this week was Seraph. It launched, like everybody was bull posting it. It launched at 800 million FDV. It was great. Unfortunately, very poor timing with the market, because the market nuked and it is down to roughly 300 million or a $33 million market cap. But the game is really cool. It's like this Web3 version of Diablo 2. We also saw Sonic launch, performed incredibly well, launching roughly a $2 billion market cap. It did nuke down a little bit, but it has kind of been trading sideways here, currently at a $1.8 billion market cap. We had Exterio launch, who are getting a ton of heat here. The FDV of this thing is currently at 330 million, but I do know a lot of the holders here were completely devastated by what they received for the token. We have this thread here by Desmond, who was saying he's going to stay with the team. And then unfortunately, this follow-up post here where he was disappointed. He's saying he's still gonna stick around and hold his NFTs. They're still overworld. They still have a ton of games that some of them are going to have their own token, but it was unfortunate to see what happened with this collection. Now, as for upcoming launches, today we do have the launch of Wander, which should be live by the time you guys watch this video. Their game is dope. Like, a lot of people enjoy it. It is currently playable on the Epic Game Store. I also know they're going to have, or they currently have, their second season of their play to airdrop campaign. So if you like that type of game, definitely worth checking out. We also finally have Chrono Forge with some announcements here, announcing that they're going to be dropping on Abstract. They're going to have some AI elements into their game, and I actually invested in this one a while back, so I've been waiting for this thing to launch. The game does look really good, so I'm really excited to see what happens with obviously the token, because for my bags, right? But the game too. Like, I would love for this game to get adopted, because dude, it looks dope. They put in a ton of work, and this looks like a game like that a lot of people would love to play. Now, we also have Play Somo warning their Crystal Dashboard players for their airdrop campaign, right, to submit a wallet to the platform, which does signal that their TGE is potentially right around the corner. So I have no dog in this race here, but I do know a lot of people were waiting for this token to launch. Like, we have so many tokens that we're waiting to launch, right? We have the God token by Infinigods. We're all waiting on Prompt by Parallel. We're waiting on Gunzilla, or Guns by Gunzilla, for Off the Grid. But what I'm personally excited for the most are a lot of these on-chain games that are going to be launching in the near future, like on-chain heroes, which we just saw the floor get swept up to, what was it, 3.7 ETH, with a high sale here of 11 ETH on that one-of-one ring as we inch closer and closer to the official launch of Abstract. But there are two projects that I had calls with that I am very excited about. The first one is Gigaverse, which is being built by the team behind Good Luck Have Funners, which after they announced this game on, I think it was January 1st, their NFTs just boomed from 0.1, pulling a 4x, currently sitting at a 0.42 ETH floor. And they do plan on launching their game within the first couple of days of the official Abstract launch. Now, we don't have too many details about the game. I know within the next 10 days, they are going to be showing us the actual gameplay and everything, but we do have this thread here. So the game is going to be very simple. Like, it's not going to be complicated to understand. It's going to have a risk element involved, which I always love for Onchain Games. And they are going to maintain this thing. As you can see, there's going to be new features added regularly. And if you guys want to get whitelisted for this project right now for free, like no effort, definitely jump in their Discord, because they are currently awarding a ton of communities just for being a holder. There might be other criteria here, but just for being a holder, at least you have the opportunity at getting whitelist. So you're either going to get 0 or you're going to get 1 or 2 whitelist spots depending on like your wallet and your Discord. Now, they're also holding auctions over the next 7 days for 7 one-of-one NFTs. The current bid on the first one, which is the Crusader, is at 3.15 ETH, and that's considering that the floor to the collection here is at 0.42. But the way it works is everybody who bids is going to get an exclusive in-game airdrop once the game goes live on Abstract. The NFT itself also operates or the 7 NFTs also operate as skin factories. But what's special about the first one is it gets you 10% of the next 6 auctions. So you get 10% of the funds that people put in to buy those NFTs, and the remaining amount, so this 3.15 ETH or whatever price it goes to, plus the 90% of all the future auctions, goes directly into the floor of Good Luck Have Funners, and they buy them, they sweep them, and then they burn those NFTs, making the collection deflationary. So they have a ton more auctions in the future, not just these 7, but these auctions often go to 3 ETH or more, and I do expect this one to continue to climb higher, especially with that 10% kickback from the future auctions. Now, another reason why I'm bullish on this team is because Dith, the founder of this project, is head of business development at Pirate Nation. So a lot of people are speculating that potentially you're going to get an Abstract airdrop or some Abstract exposure by either the Good Luck Have Funners or for the Gigaverse NFTs, as well as potentially getting exposure to the proof of play token. Again, there is 0 evidence to show that this is happening. This is all just speculation. But if that were to happen, that would be massive for both floors. Now, the other game that I'm excited about is going to be Defi Dungeons. I also had a call with the team behind this project. It's actually going to be launching on Solana, so hopefully it does get support from Solana. I think that's even how I found out about this one, if not like Apex or somebody quote tweeting it. But we don't have too much public info. All we have is the art, which the art looks dope for this game. In the Discord, they do mention that they're going to have NFTs. There's a mint. There's also going to be a TGE for their gold token. So potentially an opportunity there, potentially an airdrop, or like the NFTs are going to create that gold token just by holding on to them. However, the team behind this project is also the team behind the Heist game. And while I never played this one, I remember hearing about it, and it did do quite well. It had tens of thousands of players. The NFTs did well. The token, I think, went up to like a $60 million market cap or something, and the game is still running. They are still like constantly posting, constantly holding tournaments or whatever it is for their game. So they are still maintaining it, and there is still an active player base, which is always what you want to see for the game. So it's good that that's happening for the Heist, and it makes me even more bullish on Defi Dungeons. Now let's just quickly cover NFTs because this video is going on quite long. Look, the whole market is down bad. I know Pudgies were almost at 28 ETH, which is crazy, and that's leading in to the Abstract token. We also have, Pengu was also pumping, but a ton of collections were doing quite well. Now they're down bad. It's just the state of the market, guys. Like, everything is crashing. People are getting scared, so they're selling out on some stuff. We do have Jirasan made it back above 0.9 once again before coming back down. Like, the floor is so thick to get above 1 ETH. It is absolutely crazy, but it's great to finally see people wake up and realize that Jirasan holders are getting a minimum, Shan said minimum of 10% for redacted, and that's not including iAgent, that's not including RampX, and not including a potential, it's not confirmed, but a potential BullX airdrop. After that, the most successful mint of the week was Bossu. It's like these 3D, I don't know, like AI generated characters. These were hilarious. I have no idea why this was full sending other than it being, you know, having to do with an AI. And that's just super, that's enough for people. They're like, yep, here's my $400. But these performed really well. It was essentially a free mint, and it went all the way to 2.3 SOL, with some of the rares selling for like 7, 8, 9 SOL. So awesome to see, and people were hyped about NFTs once again. So I'm really happy we did manage to get spots from my community, Guerrilla Labs, and hopefully we see more cooks just like this in the near future, especially with Abstract and Barachain rumored to drop, or supposed to drop for Abstract in January, Barachain rumored to drop in January, and then Monad, we're not sure, but hopefully not too far in the distance. But that does it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, found it informative. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Let me know what your favorite part was in the comment section down below, what projects you think I should cover other than the scam comments, because there's so many of them. I do look into the projects that you guys suggest, so let me know and I'll try to go look into them. If you haven't already done so, would you kindly hit that subscribe button, smash that bell notification. Thank you for watching another Crypto Gorilla video.